If you're into the fashion industry, you've probably heard about Malengo Foundation. This is an organization whose sole purpose is to support people with disabilities, and that is what they've done through fashion on the Hot Pink annual catwalk. Welcome to the show, Michelle Omam. Take care. For the very first time, we're hosting you on STYLE Project.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
And did I pronounce your name right? Omam, take care.
I'll give you an A for effort, yes.
All right, you've been into the business of supporting PWDs or people with disabilities through fashion and the Malengo Foundation.
Yes.
Tell us about how you've managed to push that through the years.
Malengo Foundation has been organizing the Hot Pink Catwalk since 2016. And we did it annually, aside from, when it got disturbances with the pandemic last year. It is an annual event where we bring not only persons with disabilities together, but youth across all abilities. It's really just an event where we come together to celebrate the idea of being one people and using fashion, which is a fabric that really joins people from all walks of life together.
Speaking about the project, the Hot Pink Catwalk,
yes.
Why the name Hot Pink?
Okay, so Malengo Foundation is an organization that is aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
SDGs?
Yes, all 17 of them. We try to propagate. As an organization, we are heavily aligned with Goal 5. That is gender equality, Goal 8, which is decent work and economic growth, and Goal 10 for reducing inequalities. When you look at the SDG chart, 10 is Hot Pink.
Hot Pink.
Yes, so because Hot Pink is really our highlight event, trying to speak on Goal 10, which is about reducing inequalities amongst all young people regardless of abilities. We called it Hot Pink because of the color.
How many disabilities are we talking about for the Hot Pink?
Okay, so we don't have any sort of boundary or limitation. We welcome, all abilities. So even some of the people or the young people whom you will see modeling on the runway are non-disabled. And even within the disabled community, the PWD community on the runway, we have those ones who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. And
intellectual, you mean?
Autistic, for example. That's quite a...
the human eye can never really see that.
No. Majorly the intellectual disability that we have had a huge representation of on the runway is those with autism.
Autism?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
So those ones you may not be able to
So you worked with the lame, the deaf, those who have intellectual disabilities as well. I've seen albinos. I've seen Lobwama. I followed him from I think that year.
Yeah. Yes.
So you've worked with very many creatives in the fashion industry.
Yes.
Who are some of those people that you've collaborated with on the Hot Pink catwalk?
Well, there's quite a number, but I will speak about the ones who are mentors of Malengo Foundation. So aside from the fact that they are just showcasing, or they are also mentors directly linked to the foundation. The first one is Joram. Job, yes. He does a lot of our team building and a set of confidence and self-expression, and he works very closely with the models. It's amazing. And then in the design part, we have Caswell. He also really works very closely with our fashion entrepreneurs and the persons with disabilities who really are trying to take themselves from being seamstresses or tailors to fashion brands. They get a lot of mentorship from Casware, they get a lot of mentorship from Iguana Kampala, and they also get a lot of mentorship from Okori, that is Kori House of Couture and Design. Yes. And then when we have more on the emceeing side, Malaika and Nyanzi. So
and the designers as well.
Bero Couture. Bero Couture is very...
Why did you choose fashion as an avenue to support such a cause?
First and foremost, I like fashion. I imagine if I liked sport, I would get into sporting, but I really wanted something that could create a social conversation. And for me, fashion, it's, for example, you would find a youth in Uganda will be connected to a youth in Nigeria simply because they like the same fashion designer. So I felt like art for me and fashion was a really great platform most youth with disabilities are engaged in different crafts.
They're a little bit more technical.
Yes, they are, most of them are either seamstresses, tailors, craft mixers,
carpenters,
weavers, carpenters. So it seemed like a perfect fit.
How has it been helpful to PWDs?
We usually have about, you'd say, between 40 to 30 to 40 PWDs who walk and wheel on the runway, and we have also extras who work with the designers and things like that, and work in the backstage support staff. Most of them, I would say 70% of them, have then gone on to start their own organizations with their own advocacies and the different initiatives which partner with Malengo Foundation.
Amazing.
I always give this short story. And the 2016 fashion show, we had models coming from Gulu, and Evelyn particularly stole the show in her Martha Jabo number. Eve's crutch was wooden, so it was not adjustable. We got a crutch for Eve. Joy had a prosthetic limb, so she didn't need a crutch. They were so excited about their crutches. So then we stopped. She said, we want airtime. One of them said, they will stare.
PC.
So the impact is that after that fashion show, after they won the runway, I didn't say, okay, you're done with the fashion show, go back to Gulu. I gave them a week to, have some fun. Enjoy NTV. They did all kind of things, which prior to the fashion show, they were not doing. Eve even went on to contest for Miss Tourism, I think, 2 years ago. My point is the impact is the magnitude of it is outstanding. Wow,
and that brings us to the other bit of you, understanding communities and their perception and the narrative of PWDs and the attention that we give them that is actually sometimes very, very uncomfortable to these people.
Yes.
You are now an author.
Yes.
Or a writer.
Yes.
I don't know what's the difference.
Yes, I am.
And you're having this amazing book.
Yes.
Ara, a book by Michelle Omam. Take care. Tell us about this.
So Ara really is my love letter to who I am and what I believe in. I believe what makes a human being, a person human, is the things that you can't see and you can't touch. When I write, I have a question. My question with Ara was, if I gave a person with disability everything, I made her beautiful, I made her rich, I made her fancy,
all the good things that the eyes can see.
Yes. Let's say we're living in the nirvana of the world where all the Malengo foundations of this world and different very credible organizations that are working towards disability rights. If we have reached our Eden and persons with disabilities are doing it, is it enough?
What next?
And that's why I wrote Ara. I don't actually write for persons with disabilities.
Wow.
I mean, I write for all people, but my question that I'm trying to put forth is to non-disabled people. I'm saying, what's the end game? I get invited to different events that have disability rights, advocacies, and we'll go and make donations in places, that have special needs children and etc. Right after that, we'll go to a place that has steps, doesn't have an elevator, doesn't have a ramp.
Wow.
And the same people who have gone to donate wheelchairs cannot connect. They will walk into the restaurant, sit, have a meal, enjoy themselves, pat themselves on the back for having donated the wheelchairs, but not connect that those very wheelchairs cannot wheel into the place, the social place where they're having a social life. So why are you donating the wheelchairs?
So what's the future of Malengo Foundation, and now what's the future of Michelle Omamteke, the author?
The projects that you would see happening in Malengo Foundation, they're not me. We are a team and we work together. And yes, I hope that it continues in its pursuit to create structural change. Michelle Omamteke as an author is who I am and who I will be even when I leave Malengo Foundation. My activism is about the non-disabled.
Where can people get a copy of Ara, the book?
So they can get a copy of Ara from Mahiri Books. You can follow them on Instagram. They do deliveries all over East Africa and actually beyond. Mahiri Books, that's Mahiri.
How can they get you on social media?
Well, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can also follow me, follow Malengo Foundation, of course, as a foundation on still the same platforms.
And of course, don't forget to follow me as well at Rama Kizito, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and let's keep learning. I'm really, really emotional. I've never had such an interview before, but yeah, keep it locked on NTV STYLE Project. Back to you, Bettina.
Well guys, that is all the time we had tonight on the show. I hope you guys picked a leaf or two. Guys, please comment on our Facebook page. Tell us what you loved about the show. You can follow us on NTV Uganda Facebook page and Instagram, NTV STYLE Project Facebook and Instagram. And if you're watching live on YouTube, please comment and tell us how you liked the show, if you learned a thing or two, and what you would want for us to air for you next Friday. We shall definitely consider that. I was your host, Bettina, and my makeup and hair is by Fezabu. My outfit by Yasha Keys. Find her on social media. My jacket is from Fashion Nova. I love, love, love it. Skin by Beauty Uganda. Check us out on all social media platforms. Stay good and keep it fashion. Good night.